Get yourself settled so that you're comfortable. And as you're getting settled, it's a chance to tune into our body, our physical body, the energy and sensations and feelings in our body, and our mind, the environment in the mind, if it's quite calm, if there's lots of action. Or just take a moment to tune into our situation as we start. Take a few deep breaths. Let your body settle into whatever position you're going to be in. And feel really free to lie back or to be supported through the back of a chair or something. When we're doing a relaxation practice, it's so nice to lie down or to be fully supported through our back so we don't have to have any tension or tightness in our body. And when we're sitting upright, we also don't have to have any tension in our body, but it's a little bit easier if we're supported through the back body. We bring our attention in space, the space that our body is occupying. We bring our attention into the time, the present moment. So, our system as a human being is made up of the past and the experiences in our body and our mind, our energy. Our breath is very much shaped by our breathing patterns as we move through life. If we have a lot of fear or tension or stress, our breath will usually be shallow. We might be holding our breath. If we've got something going on, something that's up that we're worried about or stressed about, our mind is also going to reflect that as well as the body. And when we tune into this moment in time, it includes all of the other moments because that's part of what's shaped our body, the thoughts in the mind, the memories, associations. And we could experience them kind of fresh in this moment. Of course, that's not really how the mind works. The mind is using its past experience to predict the future. So we might have all kinds of thoughts about that, or we might have that lovely experience of a bit of more quiet in the mind right now. And part of the practice, a big part of the practice, is to be present with what is, to not fight or resist what is, and also not to give up. We're not actually at the mercy of our thoughts or of holding our breath. All of those are something that we can work with. Notice your witnessing or observing. There's a part of your mind that's not the thinking mind, it's observing the thinking mind. Notice what that feels like. There's the experience in our body, there's the thoughts in our mind. Sometimes we're just really absorbed in the thoughts, and other times we can step back into awareness of what's going on. Exhale and let your body soften. Surrender your body into the support, the floor, the chair, your environment. Notice the back of your neck and shoulders, your jaw and hinges of the jaw, your forehead and eyebrows. Let your whole face and head relax, neck and shoulders. If you're clenching your teeth, put a bit more space between the upper jaw and lower jaw. Move your lower jaw around a bit. See if you could soften that. Relax your tongue, your vocal cords. You might notice the sensation of air as it moves into your nose and down through the back of your mouth into your throat. Notice your collarbones and the muscles of your chest. Notice your shoulders, the front of your shoulders, the top of your shoulders, all those muscles that come along the top, down into your arms. And let go of the activity that the arms do during the day. We're not doing our activity right now. Notice if you could let your arms be at rest. Notice the palms of your hands. There's often a sense of tingling or energy or something in the palms of the hands. They feel a bit different than the backs of the hands usually. But notice your hands for a moment. Just softening our body, noticing our breath, noticing the arms and hands, palms of our hands. And then put all of your attention on the space between your thumb and the index finger on both hands. Just on that empty space. The space between all of the fingers. Notice the fingers and then go back to noticing the space between them. And the system that does that, the proprioceptor system, isn't cognitive mind. So we can't really think about it. You might have an image of it, maybe, if you're a visual person. Just notice that space between the fingers and between the index fingers and the thumbs. Notice the palms of your hands again. Bring your attention up through your arms, back to the shoulders, the back of the neck, that large group of muscles along the upper back, top of the shoulders, shoulder blades. This is how our arms move. These shoulder blades and the muscles in the upper back, the latissimus dorsi, all of those muscles cover the back of the rib cage. So you might know a lot about anatomy and kind of have a visual of that or a sense of that, or you might just be focusing in on the pure sensation of the upper back. What does it feel like? If your back is supported, you'll have that sensation of pressure where the body meets something. What else is there? Bring your attention down through your lower back, under your hips, into your legs. Notice the muscles at the back of the thighs, back of your calves. Notice your heels and the soles of your feet. Relax the powerful muscles in the thighs, the front, and the back. And notice if you could let your legs be completely at rest. Everything moves better when our muscles are relaxed. If your thigh muscles are completely relaxed, then blood can flow through more easily, the other fluids. And our legs, just like the rest of our body, can rest. The muscle fibers get the nourishment that they need. And resting our legs gives our nervous system the message that it's safe to rest. So you could notice that in the space that you're in right now. Is there any present moment threat? You need to be ready to spring into action, to run, kick. And if that's not immediate, and we know we don't have to move about doing our action in the world right now because we're doing a practice. And see what that would mean for your whole entire body, including your arms and legs, your back, your front. Right now, there's no threat. It's safe to relax and let yourself rest. And notice something specific. It could be you're softening the muscles in the back of the shoulders, or you're softening the belly so the breath can be smoother. Put your attention on something specific and let your mind focus on that. So often, when there's a free few seconds in the mind, it jumps in with some kind of worry thought. Right now, we're taking a break from that as well. We're resting our mind, our body, letting ourselves rejuvenate and restore. Let your mind be at rest. And then keep a bit of attention on the mind so that you know if you're wandering off. And put all of your attention, the rest of your attention, on your belly and on your breath. And as you breathe out, feel how the belly naturally softens. As you breathe in, the muscle fibers lengthen. But we don't actually need to tighten the muscles. We don't need the stomach muscles to breathe. The diaphragm muscle directs the breath. Focus on a smooth, continuous, even, easy breath. Let your body breathe without any constriction. And let your whole body relax as you breathe out. Let go of any tightness or tension. We're going to spend a few minutes here just focusing on the breath, keeping an eye on the mind so it stays present. If you notice that you've gone off into any kind of other thoughts, just bring yourself back. Focus again on your belly. Let your breath be even, smooth, continuous, and easy. No big deal about the breath right now. We're just letting it rest. And focus your attention on the stillness. Usually, our attention goes to what's moving or what's tight. It's really easy to get involved in thoughts. So, if you were behind your forehead, kind of at the back of your head, watching the thoughts arise in the brain, then your focus would be the stillness between thoughts, the silence between thoughts. We're going to multitask in a way. So remain aware of your breath and of that rhythm and the smoothness of the exhale and the inhale. And with that as kind of a foundation, also be aware of thoughts in the mind. And just to be aware of the thought and let it come to a close and be aware of the gap where there's no thought. And then all we're doing at that point is watching again as our body breathes. We're watching in the belly, letting it be soft. If a thought comes in, we let it die away. And we focus again on the silence between thoughts. And when we notice that we're no longer paying attention to the silence, that something has caught our attention, we're in a train of thought, and we bring ourselves back. Whatever the thoughts are that are engaging us, most likely they could wait until after the practice. Once again, noticing the silence or the stillness between thoughts, noticing that smooth ease in the breath. Let the whole body relax. Notice your forehead and eyebrows. Let go of any worry or stress. Notice your mouth and jaw. If you're clenching your teeth, you could let that relax and loosen. The sides of your neck and shoulders, your upper back, down through your arms and hands, through your whole torso, your chest, your stomach, your legs, your feet. What's your experience now as you're resting? You're aware of your whole body. You're mostly focusing on this moment in time. Sometimes thoughts might bring you back into something else or forward. And then we keep coming back, experiencing this moment. Notice the sensation of air in your nostrils, down into your throat, the movement of your body as you breathe, especially in the belly area. And for another couple minutes, let your attention be really anchored to the breath and to observing the stillness between thoughts. Even if your mind's wandered the whole time until now, you still have another opportunity. Before we finish, set your intention to come back into this, whatever the deepest stillness that you've experienced in this practice. You'll notice it again during the day. You could set a time or an activity before meals, before you get in the car, while you're out walking, whatever it might be. And set your intention to tune back in during that time. A whole bunch of little tuning ins really add up during the day. When we tune into the stillness, we allow our body to relax, it really helps. And then when you're ready, open your eyes.